Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Here I have a thin piece of cardboard to make this pillar today. As you know, I always say to take thick piece of cardboard to make your furniture, but this time I'm taking a thin piece. The reason because I want to bend the shape of this cardboard from sides a little bit in a curvy shape. I want to make this pillar. That's why I took the cardboard in which the lines of the cardboards inside are in horizontal shape instead of having the vertical lines. So I started to draw the shape of the pillar. Was in my mind. I saw it in a furniture shop and I draw it at the same time in my Samsung notes just to keep the thing in my mind, and I started to draw it here on the piece of cardboard, and then I will be cutting it off. I'm using a sharp knife to cut the shape which I have drew on this piece of cardboard, and taking this shape of cardboard, I will be cutting the rest of the shape, three more shapes for this cardboard pillar. This is how I will be putting it on the rest of the shapes of the cardboard and will be cutting it off. Then here you can see this is the first step. This is the basic shape. Here from this side it's a little bit needs to cut because the left side is a little bit straight than the right side. So this is how I check and measure the things without any scales or centimeters or meters. From this side I will be cutting it off just a little bit, and this is how I will be cutting total 4 pieces of the same shape of cardboard. And this is how I have prepared all the 4 shapes, and then I will be showing you what I meant to do, why I cut this piece of cardboard in a horizontal way of the lines, because I wanted to bend it properly. But before that I will be putting some more cardboard pieces on the feet of this pillar just to make it sticky and more sturdy to stand it properly. So I'll be cutting just the feet part. If you want to cut the exact parts and the same shapes, you can go for it to stick 2 to 3 layers of the same cardboard for each side. You can go for that, and obviously that will be strong as well, but for me I'm fine with this one. I will be just using the this exact shape for the feet just to make it stand properly, because it's in a bending way this time, the length of the cardboard. So I'm afraid that while standing it will be bending. So this is how I was talking about. I was saying I need to cut the cardboard in this way because I wanted to bend it. But if you do not want to make the same shape, you can take the straight cardboard and try not to make it in a bending position like this one. Take the cardboard shapes in vertical lines. In this way it will not bend. So for me, I wanted to make it bend, so that's why I cut it in this way, in which way the cardboard will be easily folding for me to get the shape what I wanted to have. I will be sticking both sides together with each other in the same way. The rest of the shelves, the rest of the pillars of the cardboard, I will be sticking them with each other to create the shape. And the top part, you see the lines that I will be cutting it off later on. I was thinking to use it, but it was not getting into the position I wanted to have, so I will be cutting it off. And yeah, then in this way I will be using same tape, craft tape, paper tape, masking tape, whatever you call it, to join the pieces together with each other. And here you go, this is the part I have cut it off because it was not coming in the same position I wanted to have it. This is how I will be securing all the sides with the paper tape and masking tape, but I will be fine with the one layer of the cardboard for each side because I will be using paper mache clay on the sides. But if you are not using paper mache clay, you are using just newspaper and glue, you have to add more cardboard pieces for each side, almost 4 to 5 pieces of cardboard for each side. Then do not say me that cardboard furniture doesn't work, because for me I will be using paper mache clay to make it strong enough. And while I was cutting it off, these sides, like fish tail type something, I found a shape of fish between each layer of cardboard. I will be showing you later on here. And I was thinking, while I cut these pieces, here you can see this is a shape I found. It looks like fish, so I will be using it maybe for later on any other craft to create a real fish type sculpture with this piece of cardboard. Anyway, and this is a roll piece of cardboard from the kitchen tissues, where I have drawn these lines to cut the 4 pieces for each side of the bottom of this pillar to secure them, to put it inside in between instead of putting it outside. Obviously I will be using it inside to secure them, to make them stand properly as well, and to make it sturdy. And this is a piece of cardboard I have used for the bottom. This is one, and then I will be adding some more pieces, like 2 to 3 pieces, to close the bottom part properly, to secure it with the hot glue. And then inside I will be adding some heavy stones to make it sturdy. I have added one big piece of rock. It's very heavy anyway, so that's why I will be using it for the bottom to make it sturdy. And then for the corners from each side, I will be using here this piece of cardboard in a cross side inside the pillar, to secure all the corners with each other, to support each corner with the other one, and to make it more sturdy. This one is my paper mache clay with the white cement, and I will be using it this time inside of each corner of this pillar to make them secure as well, and to make them more sturdy and hard enough. So that's totally up to you. If you want to add inside as well, you can go for it. Obviously it will be making it more strong. And this is the inner side. You can see how I am applying the clay and securing it with the cardboard shapes, cardboard pieces. And then the same thing, I will be using it on the outside parts of this pillar as well, and I will be covering it all with this. While I was using this clay, my white cement was finished, and then I added gray cement, which was available in the same recipe of the paper mache clay. Instead of adding white cement, I used gray cement just to finish the things. This is how I have first applied the clay on the feet and on the sides of the corners of this pillar, and inside as well. This is the same clay I was talking about. I added just gray cement because only that cement was available. So I added this gray cement in the same paper clay recipe, and I will be finishing this cardboard with this clay. And here you can see almost the end results of applying the clay part, and I let it dry completely. Then I will be working further on. Here I'm taking a piece of cardboard which is half inches bigger than the shape of the top part of this pillar, and then I will be leaving here from the sides as well almost half inch away from these pieces of cardboard. Then I will be adding another piece on top of this just to secure and to make it wide enough, thick enough, and to make it sturdy as well. That's why I'm using these cardboard pieces. Then this is how I will be applying this piece of cardboard on top. And this piece, last one, is as well a little bit smaller than the bottom part of the cardboard, because I want to make the shape of this top table part, shelf part, a little bit a lines, A shape, not straight. It will be little bit bending position, that's why. And this is how I measure it from the bottom and from the top, and I will be cutting it off, and then I will be using and sticking these pieces of cardboard on all the sides of this upper part of the shelf. This time I'm using this foil piece to make some carving styles, designs and embossings for this pillar. I will be bending it like this. I twisted this foil, I made it just roll simple like this, and on each side of this pillar I will be applying this foil. The same shapes I will be using for all the four sides, securing it, sticking it with the hot glue. And then the same twisted piece of the the foil, I will be using it here in the middle of the upper shelf at this part, and I will be securing it, sticking it on all the sides just for the designings. It's not necessary. If you do not want to do it, do not do it. Just for me, I want to create some designs, that's why. So this is how it looks like now with the foil. And then this is the same clay with the gray cement. I will be covering all this foil part as well with this paper mache clay. You think it's cement, but as I told you, it's paper mache clay, but with the gray cement instead of using the white cement. Reason because there was no white cement for me. And yeah, I will be covering all these foil parts with this paper mache clay to make them strong and hard enough. Smoothing it down, and I will not use any kind of sandpaper to smooth it down, because I anyway need some texture on these type of furniture. And the same thing, I will be applying it on the top part of this furniture. It is now dry, and before I was afraid a little bit that it's foil and it will be moving still, but thank god, after applying this paper mache clay, it became super hard. Here you can see. And almost we are done. I have to finish all of this as well with the paper mache clay, and then we will be doing some designing in the middle. I have covered all the parts of this pillar with the paper mache clay, and then I'm using this black acrylic paint to color the basic parts of this pillar. So to create the marble type of look for this furniture, I'm using this green color acrylic paint with the spatula and with the brushes. I'm not covering all the black acrylic paint. I will be leaving just some space for the black as well to be prominent, and then using the brush to stroke it in different ways, sometimes in vertical, sometimes in horizontal, in different ways, just using the brush roughly on all the sides, and I was using different shades of the green, sometimes dark green color, and in the same dark green color I added white acrylic paint to make it a little bit lighter, and I was just applying it and playing around with the colors. Here you can see I added white color in it just to make it a little bit lighter than the darker one I have used before. It's just like to create the look of marble, green color marble type of pillar. This is how I have covered all the sides of this pillar. As you can see, somehow it started to look like the texture and the colors of the marble texture I wanted to create. And this is a fan brush. We use it for the paintings and those things. So this fan brush I'm using with the ink this time, black acrylic paint. I thought maybe after getting dry it will be fade off and something like this, so I decided to use the ink I was having, black ink. And this is how with the fan brush I'm just creating roughly some lines and texture to, I hope you understand what I was actually trying to do to create the texture of the marble, blended and colors and those things with each other. And then this is a little bit light green color, turquoise shade, and this is just a cover. I want to apply some color, this green color on top of this to work on it. And this is how you can see how I just I'm using my finger just to create some more shades of the different green and turquoise. And I was very happy with the results. I started to feel like it's actually giving me the look of marble. For me, I don't know about you, but for me I am very happy with the end results of this cardboard pillar. And then this green the golden acrylic paint I'm using on all the basic parts of the foil where I used, and I will be using 2 to 3 layers of this golden acrylic paint on top of these because this was not bright enough for me. I wanted to make it a little bit more darker golden. For more detailings, I'm using these leftovers craft foam. You can see this picture on the screen. This is the leftover pieces of craft from that project, and I was saying you I will be using it for some other projects as well. So today I'm using these ones on this pillar to make it shapes like embossing, carving wood texture. I'm using super glue to stick them properly, and I was planning to use the super glue to stick all of these pieces, but unfortunately this glue as well got finished and I was out of stock, so I back to hot glue again. But it's better to use super glue to stick something like this on top of your furniture and those things. So I will be covering all the corners and the feet as well with the same foam. But if you want to leave this furniture plain as it is, you can go for that. But for me, I just want to create the look of carving furniture and embossing parts. Then again, some more detailings. I'm using golden marker to draw some shapes, designs what I want to create. Here you can see it's a little bit roughly, lines are not straight, but obviously off camera I will be working properly and obviously hardly to create the exact style. Same sides should be equal and those things. So this is just on camera, you can see lines are not straight and proper, but after finishing everything I will be fixing them anyway. And then this is a golden acrylic paint I was using to color the sides of the pillar. With the same one I'm drawing the same golden acrylic paint on the marker part I drew already. And yeah, here you can see still lines are not proper and straight, but later on I will be fixing them. And all the sides, 4 sides I'm And these white foam parts, you can see this is obviously as well going to be golden acrylic paint. I will be using it, and here on sides of the pillar in the corners as well I'm doing the same thing. And good morning, it's almost fourth day today, and I'm almost done with this pillar. I just woke up and I will be taking my coffee now, then I will be finishing some details left on this pillar. I just want to explain a little bit. Here you can see I have painted these foam flowers I applied, and here on side as well I have made the same detailings, the golden paint, and on the feet as well here you can see. And yeah, almost everything I have colored with the golden paint. It's totally up to you whatever designings you want to create on it, and whatever colors and wherever colors you want to apply. I applied in the middle as well like this, and obviously I applied 2 to 3 times the paint because one layer was not very clear. And here you can see the voice as well. I mean you can hear the voice as well, not you can see. And yeah, almost we are done. Just some clay flowers I will be applying in here, and some details here with the flowers, and one on the bottom as well. Yeah, it's almost done, and I will show you the end results later on. First I will be making some clay flowers in here. This is the air dry clay which I made flowers to apply on it. Right, I am done with these flowers, clay flowers, and here are the details, and the rest of the flowers which I want to make here in this way, and one on the bottom here in the middle. I have decided to make it with hot glue. The reason, because I desperately want to finish this video today, because it's total 4 days I'm working on it, and I don't want to make it more longer, and this clay is going to take time to dry, then to paint and those things. So I don't want to go into much more details and time taking things, so I have decided to make the rest of the details here with the hot glue, and these ones I will try to dry them fast in oven or something, and then I will be applying it here, and then I will be coloring it. So yeah, you can go all detailing with clay, but for me I will be using a hot glue. So I will see you next. Back to hot glue, and I'm drawing some detailings with the hot glue where I wanted to do for the left parts of this pillar. Here I'm using this wood glue to stick these pieces of clay on the middle of this part here for all the sides, and then I will be covering them and coloring them as well with the golden acrylic paint on all the sides and everything. After everything dry, I will be using the transparent spray paint, and I have painted already to make it glossy and shiny, and I'm leaving it to dry on terrace. And this is the first one, you remember. Video will be tutorial of this video will be in the description box if you want to check, and this is the second one, and I'm totally loving this one so much. It's sturdy, it's beautiful, it's attractive, it's charming, it's everything. I'm totally loving it, and I'm happy that I got the exact shape I wanted to create, and as I saw it in the market. as a cardboard furniture, the result is amazing and I'm totally loving this. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and please comment down below if you want to watch more cardboard furniture videos. I will be making more. And yeah, it's secure with the spray paint, transparent spray paint, because it made it shiny, glossy, and it made it waterproof as well. So I'm so happy with the end results. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel, share my videos with your family and friends who support me so I can bring more ideas. And yeah, I hope you liked it. Thank you so much for your time, thank you so much for your support, and thank you so much for those people who has already subscribed to my channel. And I will see you in the next video with another great project. Bye for now.